In the top stories, Prime Minister reaffirms commitment and transparency under ZIZ Act. U.S. Embassy in Trinidad rejects claims of government interference in visa applications, and France's president introduced voluntary military service amid threats. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Major Newscast. I am Jasmine Thomas. Today is Thursday, 27th November. First, on the local scene, Prime Minister of St. Christopher and Nevis, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, has reaffirmed his government's strong commitment to transparency, accountability and good governance under the Special Sustainability Zone Authorization Act, describing it as landmark legislation that strengthens democratic oversight and responsible national development. The Act establishes a clear and accountable framework for attracting high-quality foreign direct investment, FDI, diversifying the national economy, and generating long-term employment opportunities, all while safeguarding the Federation's environment and sovereignty. Speaking during the November 25 edition of the Round Table, Prime Minister Drew emphasized that the legislation represents a significant advancement in the Federation's governance architecture, ensuring that any major development project with national impact must be brought before Parliament for open discussion and approval. He said, and I quote, "This legislation was set up to ensure that any major developments that can affect us here in St. Kitts and Nevis must pass through Parliament," noting that this promotes openness, transparency, and public accountability, values that lie at the heart of our democracy. The Prime Minister noted that in previous years, major development agreements were often finalized without sufficient parliamentary debate or disclosure to the public. The Special Sustainability Zone Authorization Act corrects this by requiring that every major project be presented to Parliament, ensuring that the people and their representatives can review and discuss its implications before implementation. Dr. Drew reaffirmed that his administration remains open to strengthening and refining the legislation where necessary to enhance its effectiveness and clarity. Dr. Drew concluded that the Special Sustainability Zone Authorization Act is a forward-looking, transparent, and a participatory tool for responsible development, empowering citizens to engage meaningfully in shaping the nation's sustainable future. And in related news, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew says tackling cost of living, advancing food security, increasing jobs and building climate resilience are the focus areas of the 2026 budget. Responding to a question from the media during Tuesday's roundtable, the Prime Minister said the budget will allocate investment in specific sectors that support the thrust towards becoming a sustainable island state.
Oh, yes. So the spirit of the upcoming budget will have within it the continued development of our sustainable island state. But fundamental to this that we are looking at the matters of cost of living and food security and how we can continue to strengthen that. Jobs, what are we going to do to make sure there are more jobs, the investment opportunities which we are going to strengthen to create more jobs, and how can we secure our people with respect to the scourge of climate change. So, oh yes.
This comes after a series of community consultations and a national consultation which saw scores of students, representatives from the Chamber of Industry and Commerce, and the broader community who gathered to share their thoughts on what should comprise the national budget of 2026. The 2026 budget debate is scheduled to take place in December. The Ministry of Justice and Legal Affairs and the Attorney General's Office unveiled its completely redesigned website, a milestone that marks a bold step toward fulfilling our constitutional mandate of making justice truly accessible to every citizen. This is not merely a cosmetic refresh, but a fundamental reimagining of how government delivers legal information and services designed to remove complexity and place reliable plain language guidance directly into the hands of the public. Built through an inclusive development process guided by the Ministry's Communications Unit and the Department of Technology, the new platform meets people on their terms. Officials describe the updated design as clean, intuitive, with straightforward language so that vital information about rights, obligations, court procedures, legal aid, victim support, and government legal services are no longer hidden behind jargon or buried in lengthy documents. Whether someone is a first-time visitor seeking basic advice or a frequent user requiring detailed forms and legislation, the site is adaptable. Among the new features now available are a fully responsive user-centric layout that clarifies the roles and services of every department, eliminating guesswork, an enhanced search functionality that delivers accurate results in seconds. The site also sports Voice It, the AI-powered conversational assistant available around the clock in both voice and text formats. The AG's office invites every citizen, resident, student, business owner, and community leader to explore this new digital gateway to justice at legal.gov.kn and share their feedback. And now for a look at news on the regional scene. The United States Embassy in Trinidad and Tobago has pushed back against claims that the Trinidad and Tobago government is influencing U.S. visa decisions, stressing that no foreign entity plays a role in approvals, denials, or revocations. In a statement issued on November 26, the embassy said the U.S. government makes all decisions about its visas. The statement saying, quote, "The U.S. does not revoke visas due to the exercise of the right to free expression, which is a cornerstone value of our country." It added that visa actions are based on criminal activity, not political speech or criticism. The clarification follows reports that Minister of Homeland Security Roger Alexander wrote to the U.S. Embassy requesting the denial of or revocation of visas for individuals who disseminate defamatory, inflammatory, and intentionally misleading narratives about U.S., Trinidad, and Tobago security operations. And now for a look at news on the international scene. French President Emmanuel Macron on Thursday announced the creation of a new voluntary youth military service to begin by mid-2026, which would help France respond to accelerating threats on the global stage. The move is part of a broader shift across Europe, where nations who have long enjoyed the decades-long tranquility founded on U.S. security guarantees are now facing this uncertain path to maintaining that peace in the wake of President Donald Trump's shifting priorities and Russia's increasingly aggressive posture. We now take a look at the latest weather bulletin. Winds, a moderate breeze of 17 miles per hour from an easterly direction. Seas are 1.2 to 2.1 meters or 4 to 7 feet. Weather forecast for St. Kitts and Nevis, partly sunny with a 50% or moderate chance of some quick passing showers. Weather tonight occasionally cloudy with a 70% or a high chance of showers. Sunset this evening will be at around 5:35 and the sunrise tomorrow morning is set for around 6:20. That brings us to the end of the Midday Major Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more. Thank you for joining us. I am Jasmine Thomas. God bless you.